All right, guys. Hope everyone's fantastic. Hope you had a great week. I'm coming at you live right now, 6:35 Eastern on Monday, June 26th. Tigers played 6 games last week, then off day on Thursday. They go 3-3 on the homestand. It went, you took 2 out of 3 from Kansas City, what you needed to do, with a chance to sweep on that Tuesday game. You lost 1-0, but you lost it, so you got 2 out of 3. And then you had a chance to win the series yesterday against Minnesota after losing game 1, winning game 2, and then you had a chance to take that series against Minnesota, and you had a lead in the 8th inning. And Nick Maton, there was a grounder hit to him with 2 outs, first and second. Willie Castro up, grounder hit to him. Couldn't make the play. It was a routine ground ball. Yes, he should have made the play. They did send him down after the game, but you still lost the game. That's a 2-game swing. That is a 2-game swing in the standings. If you win that game, you are 3.5 out of first place. Feeling real good about yourselves going to Texas. You end up losing that game. Now you're 5.5 games out of first going to Texas. Where you're like, oh boy, we got to go play Texas for 4 in a row in Arlington. That's the gut feeling you're getting right now. I stay in the optimistic camp where, I believe that the AL Central is wide open, and I'm one of those guys that believes, okay, why can't Detroit be on top at the end of the year? Why can't they be on the top of the division? But games like yesterday, my God, they make it hard for me to validate my point, because you literally had that game. You scored 3 runs in the 3rd or 2nd inning, whatever inning it was. You ended up scoring 3 runs. You had a 3-2 lead in the 8th. 2 outs, guys on first and second. You get a routine ground ball to Nick Maton. He sprays it. He sprays it over there. It was a terrible throw. Torque already bailed him out earlier in the inning. Part of me wants to put this on A.J. Hinch for not using a defensive substitution. But my God, Nick, you got to make that play, Nick Maton. That is basic shit. If you can't make that play, you don't deserve to be in the major leagues. You're playing at the hot corner. You can't get a routine ground ball and throw it to the first base and get it out to get out of the inning with a 3-2 lead. And then you bring your closer in to win a game against this team that's ahead of you in the standings, and you pull a 3.5 back going into Texas. That's a massive swing. That is a massive, massive swing that you missed opportunity. You end up losing 2 out of 3. You should have won 2 out of 3 because that game was very winnable. You know what? You lose Friday's game. You know what? So what? If you won yesterday, you would have won the series. It doesn't matter. Winning series is the goal. That's how you go to the playoffs, especially head-to-head against teams that are ahead of you. That's a missed opportunity. That one stings. It's going to sting for a long time. Good thing is you have a game to get it back. You have a game to get back on track tonight. You don't have to sulk on an off day and think about it. You got to play a baseball game here about an hour and a half in Arlington. And you know what? They're not going to feel bad for you. They're a good fucking team. They're going to come out swinging the sticks. So you better be ready to play. You better be ready to play tonight. Because you have a game tonight, and these are important games here leading up to the Colorado series on Friday. But yeah, no, it's just a frustrating outcome in the Twins series when they easily could have had 2 out of 3. Oh man, it's just you can't make that error. You got to point the finger at Nick Maton there and say, dude, you got to make that play. If he makes that play, we win the series, and we don't even talk about sending Maton down, even though he's been god off at the plate, batting 160, 140, whatever the hell he's batting, with no pop. And he can't hit a breaking ball, and that's all they're feeding him is breaking balls. We're not even talking about sending him down, but you have to get sent. It's just you have to get sent down. That's a routine play that you make in U12. You make that play in U12. You got to make it in the major leagues. It's just that simple. It's that simple. It's pretty basic logic. You are 10 times better than a U12 league. You need to make those kinds of plays. It's routine. Willie Castro flies on the line. I get that. Step in your throw. Fucking throw a seed over there to fucking Torque. Don't make him get off the bag or scoop it. Hit him in his fucking chest. Yeah. Anyways, that was a 3-3 homestand. It could have been 4-2. It should have been 4-2. It was 3-3. You gotta go on a 7-game road trip now, beginning tonight in Texas. Then you got 3 over the weekend in Colorado for the 4th of July weekend. Off day, come back home for the A's, then Blue Jays, and then we have a All-Star break upon us. 4 days off for the Tigers do not play. You are sitting 5.5 out of first. I'm in the camp that believes you can win this division. you gotta salvage this storm until the All-Star break where you can get real healthy. You gotta be within at the All-Star break. If you're within 5 games, you have a realistic shot in the second half. Right now, you're 5.5 out. We need to gain a half game in the next 2 weeks. Ideally more, but minimum a half game to be sitting 5 out going in the All-Star break. You're getting Matt Manning back tomorrow, who's pitching. You should be getting Scuba back here in a minute. Eduardo Rodriguez, I'm telling you what, Riley Green needs to be back in ASAP. I don't know where he's at. I hope he's still alive because we don't hear from these guys when they go on the IL. Hope he's still doing okay. But my gosh, if we get Riley Green back in this lineup, Badu as well, Erod, Scuba coming back shortly, Manning's making his first start back tomorrow. This team's going to get healthy. Weather the storm here until the All-Star break, and then let's make something happen after the All-Star break. Let's go for it. Let's absolutely go for it, Scott. I'm talking to you, Scott. Let's go for it. You're probably asking yourself, well, what if you win the division? You're going to get smacked first round of the playoffs. You don't know that. You don't know that. You got to get in first to see if you can get smacked or you can smack them. That's how it works. If you get smacked, so be it. But get in and try. Fucking try. Okay? This fan base wants to see a playoff team here, for God's sakes. At least I do. At least I do. Can't speak for the entire fan base, but I feel like most of the fan base is in my corner. Weather the storm. Weather it. All right, guys. That's it. I know I rambled a little bit on. I appreciate it. I'm actually going to Colorado. I will be at the Friday and Saturday game over the weekend in Colorado. We're going on a family trip. I will be making my YouTube video on Monday as scheduled on the off day in Colorado. Go Tigers, as always. Hope we can weather the storm and keep playing good baseball until the All-Star break. And let's get after it. Let's win the Central Division, huh? We're due. We're overdue. Take care, guys.